Hello, mixtresses and mixters. This is Mixtress Ray, and you're watching Mixtress Video. This is the first time I'm ever doing a screen video. Um, because I don't have like a dedicated video camera that I use for my videos. So today we're going to do a what's on my phone, but the only way I can do that is by recording the screen. It feels kind of funny because I'm just sort of like staring at my phone and talking. It doesn't really feel like I'm doing anything, but I know I am because I already did like a test thing. So we're going to do this is a viewer request. It's going to be sort of the unintentional ASMR style of what's on my phone. So I have a Galaxy S9, and so we're just going to look at it right now. So sorry I can't actually like show you, like I'd rather show you my actual phone, but the only other option was to use this old 8mm video camera that I have, and it just wouldn't have looked. And I do love using that camera sometimes. I have a VHS tour of my house that I use that camera with, and I get ready with me also that I use that camera with. But um, I don't, yeah, I don't really have another option for like a video camera, so I have to do it this way. Anyway, whatever. Long explanation. Let's go ahead and look at what's on my phone. I didn't do any like preparation for this. I didn't move anything around or make it look. I do kind of keep a pretty minimal. I only have these two home screens. And then I've got Spotify down in the bottom left. I've got the Samsung Music app next to that, and I've got my phone app in the middle there. Then Textra is my texting app that I use. And then I've got Chrome on the bottom right. So I guess I could show you my app drawer too. Oh, first I'll explain. I always have the moon phase on my home screen. Um, and then below that is the current star date. I just think that's fun. And then on my second screen, I've always got the weather at the top and then my tarot card of the day. I'm really into tarot right now. So that's kind of funny that it's the sun card too, because it's real fucking hot where I live. Okay, so let's start with the app drawer here. So I've got all my games here in the top right. I've got it's kind of basic bitch games, obviously. We've got Bejeweled, classic blocks instead of Tetris because I didn't want to. Well, I guess I did pay for Tetris because Tetris is at the bottom there too. But I just like the classic block style. Let's play that for a second. That might be kind of fun. I haven't opened this app in a while. Too loud for you guys. I don't like that. We're going to go out of it because that's just too loud. Okay, that was not fun. Sorry. I will like probably mute that in post as I don't want you guys to have to hear those annoying sounds. Dice with Buddies. Actually, I should delete that. I haven't. The only person I ever played games with on there is my grandma, and I stopped a long time ago. So let's just uninstall it. Why not? This is a good like time to like clean up my apps and stuff. This is another one. I Love Hue is just like you just kind of match colors up and stuff, and it's fun. But it's another one I never play. Mahjong. I like my pinball games. I'm not going to open that one either because it's going to be loud. But one of my very favorite games on there, one of the only ones I actually bought. Basically, it's a recreation of different retro pinball games, like where they really do a great job making it look like the actual physical pinball games. And it's just like playing them in person, except you're not actually in person. So it's really cool. And one of my favorites on there is an Elvira pinball game. I can't remember which one it is, but I play it. It's pretty much the only one I play on there. Pocket Camp is an Animal Crossing game. And then I've got just Solitaire and Tetris. So that's my games folder. Pretty boring. And then I've got my Google apps here in this little Google folder. Miscellaneous, obviously, is miscellaneous stuff. Ad block. Airmore was a way that I could transfer from my computer to my phone files. It doesn't work great, so I don't use it very much. Antivirus, the AZ screen recorder is what I'm using right now. BX Actions allows me to push the Bixby button on my Samsung without actually accessing Bixby. It just reroutes it, so I have it to silence my phone instead. C25K is like a running app that gives you prompts of when to run the Couch to 5K program. Then I've got Dropbox, Easy Uninstaller, Last FM. Layout is a photo editing app. Memento database. I haven't actually used that yet, but let's open it real quick. Okay. But it's basically a way that you can keep track of your libraries and things. And I had something like that whenever I used to have an iPhone, but I wasn't able to transfer the information over when I got a Samsung, and I just haven't redone it yet. I need to input all of my movies, all of my books, all of my albums, because it's just nice to know when you're out shopping. Like, do I have this movie? I don't know. Do I have this album? I don't know. So when you're looking at LPs and stuff. So this is going to be a good app to have as soon as I actually utilize it. I've had this phone for a year and I still haven't done that. Messages is just the stock messaging app. I don't use it. Pixlr is another photo editing app. Ringtone maker, self-explanatory. SoundCamp, I don't even remember what that is. I'm afraid it's going to make noise if I open it though, so I'm not going to. Space is a way to keep track of how much time you're on your phone. So it might actually pop up with a little message at some point since I'm going to be looking at my screen this entire time. And then Zedge is where I get all my ringtones and text tones and stuff. You know what, that reminds me, I don't want anybody to bother us while we're doing this. So let's put this on airplane mode. Yay, we did it. Oh, here's my little notification pull down. I guess I always have the weather in there. This is this link sharing thing. I uploaded an audio, a tarot reading I was doing for someone, so they're able to access it in the cloud for 24 hours or something before it expires. Not the best way to do that, but it was just a free reading I was doing for a family member. Here's my little read folder where I have my Kindle app, Audible, Goodreads, Hoopla, and Libby, which are 2 library apps. You know what we could do? This might be a longer video if I do this, but might as well get into it, Whenever I'm watching ASMR videos like this, I want to get into it. So let's pull up Goodreads. Oh, right, never mind. I just turned the wireless off. Obviously, we can't pull up Goodreads. That's fine. This is all the Samsung apps, calculator, calendar, contacts, email. Don't usually open this. Galaxy Store, themes, gallery, internet, my files, phone, Samsung Health, reminder, secure folder, settings, blah, blah, blah. Shop, got Amazon. I put my bill paying apps and my shopping apps in the same folder because theoretically it's supposed to remind me that whenever I shop for things, I also have to pay for things. So my banking app is in here alongside my credit card app and that kind of stuff. So that's all there. Pretty generic stuff in there. Sound, this is where all my music apps are. Alpha Player is my way of listening to Soma FM, which is my favorite internet radio conglomerate. And then DIFM is digitally imported FM, and they're another one that is a favorite. Then Pandora, Google Play Music, Podcast Player, which I actually don't use anymore. I I listen to all my podcasts on Spotify. So let's just delete that. We don't need it anymore. Samsung Music, Spotify, and YouTube Music. I've never used YouTube Music. So there's another one that let's just get rid of it. Like, I've had that app for like 6 months and I haven't used it, so why keep it on there? I use primarily Spotify, and I have a micro SD card. I think it's 128 gigabytes, and I have pretty much all of my music stored on here. I'm so disappointed in them that the recent update of Samsung Music made this whole app like super white. I do not like that at all. So here are all my playlists. Do you guys want me to explain what they are? Most of these playlists you can see on my like what's on my iPod videos and stuff that I already have up, so it would be redundant for those of you that have seen both of those. But I'll point out just some of my favorites. Let's start at the top. Come As You Are is like a grunge playlist. All these playlists are available on my Spotify too. If they look interesting to you, you can find them under Mixtress Ray on Spotify, and you can follow them over there. That's why I call myself the Mixtress, because I'm just heavily into like making great mixes. This one, Dead Heaven, is my goth playlist. This is all just really dark, atmospheric music that I love. Diva Doom is my Lady Jazz playlist. And yes, Lana Del Rey is on there. I think she counts. Everything in Its Right Place. This playlist is my anti-anxiety playlist. So this one would probably be the most calming playlist I have. So if you're into ASMR, this might be a good playlist for you. Flatlands is actually, it's interesting. I just made this mix like a year ago, and I made it on an actual cassette tape, and it's the one I listen to like the most. It doesn't have a particular theme except that it's supposed to be just sort of calm driving music. So I think of this as like a late night road trip type mix. And we'll stop there because you guys probably don't want to hear about all my mixes. Go back to the app drawer, video. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Which, this is where I have, okay, I'm probably going to do this because I haven't done it yet today. Each one of these, most of these are tarot apps. Each one of these apps has a card of the day. So let's go in and look and see what my card of the day is on these apps. We'll just go in alphabetical order. Bonfire Tarot. Today's card, Six of Swords. Six of Swords is like a journey by water kind of card, and it's about how, you know, you've had a lot of terrible shit happen to you in your past. Maybe. Haven't we all? And when we're traveling from one place to another, like we might be going somewhere that is better for us, but we're taking our baggage with us. The swords are still there. So there's that. Dark Goddess. Today's card is Justice. Ma'at. Ma'at's story as a goddess is really cool. As you see here on the scales, there's a feather being weighed against a heart. And the idea there is that whenever you die, you sort of have to, your heart is weighed against a feather, and your heart needs to be as light as a feather, meaning that the things that you did in your life, you need to not have a heavy heart. You know, don't take life too seriously. Don't hurt people. those are things that could make your heart heavy. So that's a lovely card. Also a Libra card, and I'm a Libra. Dreamcatcher, this is just a way to keep track of my dreams. I don't use it that often, but if I have like a particularly interesting dream, I'll put it in there. Galaxy Tarot, that's the one that was on my home screen, that sun card, so we don't have to look at the daily card on that. Holy Light, that app, I don't really like that tarot deck that much, so I don't feel like opening it. The horoscope app next to it is just, I have like, I'll open that real quick. Why not? This is all my horoscope stuff. And then I have friends in here. Friends and family. And all of their, I can go into their charts and put anybody in here I want, and that's fun. I don't take any of this stuff too seriously, just so you know. It's just fun. I like fantasy, you know? I just like living in a dream world. I've always been like that. The Chariot is my card of the day in the Housewives Tarot app. Moon is just the current moon phase. Mystic Mondays. Six of Pentacles. Shadowscapes, one of my favorite tarot decks of all time. Five of Swords. Tarot Muka. Oh, this one's nerve-wracking because half of the cards in this deck I really don't like to look at. But let's see. Yeah, this is one of them. Knight of Pentacles. I just like think his face is so yucky. I don't want to look at it. Tarot Sampler. This one's just like a whole bunch of different, but sometimes it'll just show you one. So this one's the Fool from Tarot of the Trees. All right, and then our very last one, Tarot of Vampires. Let's see what our card is for that. The Emperor. So some really like divine masculine energy for today. And all of these apps, if they look interesting to you, basically a bunch of different types of tarot decks. You can find an app for that specific tarot deck. And you can go in and you can do readings under that new reading header. Today's card, of course, that we just looked at. Draw a card, which you can just draw any random card. Hey, there it is, the Priestess. Doesn't she, to me, she looks like Jessica on True Blood. This is one of the ones that I actually have this tarot deck in person. And then you can go into spreads, you know, all that stuff. You can go into cards where you can see all the cards in the deck. Majors, scepters, which are wands. Grails, which are cups. Knives, which are swords. And then skulls, which are typically called pentacles. So sorry for those of you that aren't here for the tarot stuff. That's just my witchy folder. And then the rest of them are just other apps that I don't really know where to put them. In fact, let's clean it up a little bit. My Alamo app, that's how I like, let's put it in shop because you buy movie tickets with that app. Android Auto, I actually never use that because it crashes a lot, but I'll put it in Miscellaneous. I'm not ready to let it go yet. Calendar, camera, clock. Dark Sky is my preferred weather app. Instagram, of course, use that all the time. My notes app, maps, Patreon. I guess that's kind of a shop app. No, it's not. Let's just put it Miscellaneous. Play Store, Proton Mail is my email app. I also have the Yahoo Mail at the bottom. Retune. What the fuck even is that? I don't even know what that is. Let's open it. I don't remember what it is. Oh, I think it might be like you can connect to your iTunes and stuff with it. So Maybe. It seems like it should be in the sound folder and I just didn't put it in there. Textra, Tumblr, VHS Cam. Let's put that in miscellaneous. I should really have like a photography type. Maybe that should go under video. Oh yeah, it should. Let's do that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by organization, but I'm just letting it flow for what I'm actually doing right now. So we're gonna put VHS cam in video, and then we're also going to put, where did it go? What did I just put in here that I wanted to move? Oh, we're gonna do this because that's technically video. Okay, we're gonna call that good. Voice recorder, voicemail, and Yahoo Mail. One of the things that I was like kind of disillusioned with when I first, because I've used iPhones for years before I bought a Samsung a year ago. And that was my first like real foray into the Android world. Although I did have an Android tablet a while ago. But anyway, this is my afterword. One of the things that bugged me was that there wasn't a voice recording app. It just bugged me that there wasn't a voice recording app that comes native in your on your phone. Like this is a Samsung app, but you did have to go into the App Store and actually download it, which I don't know, just made me cranky. Okay, what else can we do on here? I showed you, I guess I could show you what tabs are open. Oh my god, this is going to be revealing. I can show you what tabs I have open in Chrome. I'll just do it. Oh hey, here was me trying to find out how to do a screen video because I've never done one. So this is how I found out about that. Thank you to Jenny Compton. And then what other tabs? We can go ahead and close that one. I was looking up the Serpent Fire Tarot because I'm selling it on eBay right now. And close that one. I was looking up the Star Child Tarot because I'm selling my copy on eBay right now as well. Both of those auctions are up for 10 days, so by the time you see this, if it's uploaded in early to mid-August, you can go over to my eBay if you're interested in either of those tarot decks and buy it. Numinous Tarot is just one that all I do is obsess about tarot lately, guys. As I'm sure you've noticed if you've seen any of my current videos, they're all about tarot. Numinous Tarot is just a really cool tarot deck that would like to own someday, but it's kind of hard to find and it's kind of expensive, so I don't have immediate plans to get that, so I can go ahead and close that. Oh, I had 2 tabs open with that apparently. Lovely Omens Tarot. Look at all these things that, like, I've even added this one to the cart. Lovely Omens Tarot is very cute. I do want it someday, but I'm not ready for it yet, so we can close that. Historic Boho Loft. Actually, this is... I actually want to see if this is still available for the time period that I wanted it. I haven't booked it yet. Oh, we're offline. Duh. I keep trying to use the internet, and it's not working because I have the internet turned off. Eclectic Tarot is just this really cool website where you can look up pretty much any tarot deck. There I go again. I'm trying to use the internet. I need to stop. Monthly info is just where I track my periods. There you go. Vibrations from a Satellite Mind. That's my my blog, so I always keep a tab open for my blog. That was Bands in Town. I was thinking about buying... Chelsea Wolfe is one of my very favorite artists, and she is on tour this year. However, she's not coming anywhere within like 6 hours of me. So I've been kind of playing with the idea of like, do I want to like do a major road trip where I actually go out of town for a few days and blah, blah, blah. But I don't think I'm going to actually do it, which is sad because the only place that I wanted to go where she's playing is Nashville, and Nashville is like 9 or 10 hours away from me, and it's just I have a very limited budget in my life, and figuring out how to do that is pretty complicated. I would have to be really, really sure that it was going to be an experience that's really, really worth it. And I do think seeing her live would be worth it in general, but the particular venue that she's playing at is like a standing room only thing. So it's, anyway, you guys probably don't like staring at this boring screen while I'm talking. Mixtress Radio, that's my radio show that I have every Friday. So if you guys want to check that out, it's not ASMR, but so that's the tabs I have open. Bunch of tarot shit and other stuff, I guess. God, what else could I show you? I don't really know what else I could show you guys. I mean, most of the stuff is pretty boring. I wonder if there's anything like stored on these. Gotta remember, can't use the internet. Anything stand out to you guys that you want to look at? Let's do, I mean, since this has already been kind of tarot focused, let's just do a little baby reading in one of these apps. Let's use the Housewives Tarot because that one is just cheesy. Okay, so we're gonna want a new reading. The Neapolitan. This layout is short and sweet. Yes, that's what we want right now. So let's shuffle the cards. Think about what little baby, this is probably like a past, present, future spread, I would assume. Wherever you are right now, what message do you need to hear from the Cheesy Housewives in the Cheesy Housewives Tarot app? This is an app that's also, or this is a tarot deck that's also available in physical form, of course. And it comes like in a cute little recipe box. I don't have it, but I don't really love it enough to have it. Like, I'm at a point where I have to really love a tarot deck to keep it. Because I just want to have a handful that I really like. So, all right. Here we go. Oh, wait. I didn't mean to shuffle again, but apparently it needed to be shuffled one more time. The digital cards need to be shuffled. Let's draw. It's kind of off-putting that they're sideways. I don't think I like that. 5 of Wands, which is a card about conflict. And it's usually petty conflict. 6 of Swords. That is actually, it's a card of the day that I got. Or no, it's not. It's 6 of Pentacles that I'm thinking of. Never mind. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is, yeah, it was one of the cards that we got. That was that one that's about going on like a journey with your carrying all your baggage in life. And then we've got the Devil. These are so cute. Okay, so how do we get into the reading? Here we go. The Chocolate is, this card represents your past. The 5 of Wands, competition, struggle, and inner strength. Growth and progress give way to inevitable conflict. The 5 of Wands depicts a wary housewife besieged by household appliances. These domestic assailants seek to overwhelm her just when things were going her way. You may need to reach deep inside yourself to discover what it is that makes you stand out. Which secret weapon will leave your competition in the dust? That's kind of fun. Okay, so the next card will be your present, which is the Vanilla. 6 of Swords. So somebody watching this right now maybe needs to see the 6 of Swords, since we got it in another app and in this reading. Represents your present, revelations, transition, and better times ahead. After spending so much time and energy looking for a way out of your troubles, you've finally seen the light. With a spark of insight, it looks like you can finally put your troubles behind you. This is a transitory period in your life. You will be moving out of the darkness and into the sunshine, It's time to release all the pent-up anxiety and aggression and make way for happier times. These cards are just so fun. The Devil, Strawberry, the Future. Modern convenience, temptation, vice, self-destruction. The modern convenience of TV dinners, instant coffee crystals, and processed cheese in a can. The sinful satisfaction of martinis, cigarettes, and devil's food cake with rich, creamy frosting. Oh, how the devil inside us loves seemingly simple solutions and indulgent luxuries. It's not good to repress these temptations entirely, but take great care not to let such vices rule your life. Succumbing to your dark side too often will surely bring you about your downfall. And then it just goes back to the first one. That is fun. That is a fun little... And it will kind of give you... Well, that's just sort of the same thing, but in a different format. Okay. Yeah, sure. I kind of want to show you, now that we're in it, just in case any of you are just enjoying this. Hopefully someone is. The cards in this. I'll just show you all of them just at a glance. They're just so funny. I really like this moon card. I think my other favorite is probably this Hierophant. Because wasn't that the thing in like the 50s and 60s? They were afraid that TV was going to rot your mind and that it was going to become the new god, you know, for children. So that makes sense that it's the Hierophant. Let's look at the cups. The cups are probably my favorite suit. Like, if the whole deck made me as happy as the cups make me, I would probably buy this deck to have in person. This would be one that, if somebody gave it to me as a gift, I'd probably keep it forever, but I'm just not going to buy it for myself. How fun is that Ten of Cups, though? I love all the martinis, and I like a boozy drink, so whatever. And here are the wands. The wands are all like household cleaning tools and stuff. It's just funny. I hope all the outside noises and stuff aren't too distracting for you guys. Some kind of road work going on outside. Pentacles are all plates. I really like this one, Seven of Pentacles. She's just so happy in her garden. So gleeful. Look at that face. Okay, well, let's see. Let's do one last, oh, I guess I can show you my little edge screen. I get it to come up. There we go. This is, my most often accessed apps. Calendar and calculator. I actually don't ever pull my email from this little Edge app, but hey, I have it there. Gallery. I guess I could show you some of my pictures. Sure, why not? It's mostly tarot stuff. This is, most of this top stuff, I was taking pictures to list both the Serpent Fire Tarot and Star Child Tarot. And I also took pictures of some of my favorite cards from both of those decks because, I'm not going to have this anymore. So it'll be fun to remember some of these cards that I really like. Basically, all of this is going to be tarot. This is a reading I did for someone last night. And I was just taking a picture so they could see it because I did an audio recording of their reading. And I also pulled an animal spirit card for them and a goddess card for them. So that's what that is. And this is just other spreads and stuff. My mom's dog, Dexter, is staying with us right now while she's out of town visiting my little sister. So I have lots of cute pictures of him right now. Other tarot spreads and stuff. I don't know if we're going to hit something personal at some point. I don't think I have anything super personal on here. Sometimes whenever I post like a photo set on Instagram, it does like this weird overlay thing like this. Sometimes it looks cool, but I don't think I'm going to keep this one. Ooh, let's clean up some of my photos right now, because sometimes there's duplicates on here and like blah blah blah. Let's see, what can I clean up here? This one, I took 2 pictures. Which one looks better? I think this one looks slightly more out of focus, so we'll get rid of that one. This is a spread for like a tarot challenge online that I'm doing this month. This is the one for today that I'm going to try to do later. What else? I don't need all of these pictures. I think one of them was just kind of out of focus, so I did that. I think I can get rid of that one. Get rid of this one because that's another duplicate. That's a duplicate. It's my face with my closed eyes. That's a video I posted the other day. I think I already cleaned up the rest of these, so they should be good. I guess this one's kind of a duplicate, so we'll get rid of that. And those are probably just extras as I was figuring out which one I wanted to keep. This is my terrified dog when there was fireworks on the 3rd of July. She was very, very scared. She always is. This is my cat Collie. She just looks like such a fucking bitch, and I love it. I love it. This is obviously a duplicate. Yep. Can you guys tell what I've been obsessed with lately? No, you can't? I need both of those. I don't know what made me find this, but I kept seeing it everywhere, and I think it's hilarious because in all of the copies of this picture that I could find, that cursor was there in the bottom right. The cursor, like, obviously that wasn't supposed to be there, but I just think it's funny. My little sister sent me a picture of this dog because she knows that I like little Pomeranians. Like, for some reason I just think they're so cute. I've never had a little dog, but she was trying to get me to adopt that dog, but it didn't happen because I don't need to be adopting dogs right now. Okay. Oh my god, this is my sister. She did that like yeah, she did that like thing where you can, like, whatever, look like a dude if you're not a dude, and she does kind of look like my dad. Freaky. Freaky, freaky. Another picture of Collie, just in case you want it. You want some cat pictures. The internet loves cat pictures, right? Here's another one. Bathing in the sun. She's probably doing that right now, actually. This is a really cool depiction of the goddess Hel. I really like it. I'd love to have a print of that. I wonder if I can find it. I mean, it does say Vesper Moth right there. Maybe I can look that up and find a print of it. Yep, so here you go. I don't think any of this is too personal. Oh god, that's back when we were getting rid of our tree. So there's the guy up in this huge, awful native, or it's not native, it's an invasive tree species, and we had to get rid of it. Little did we know at this time, the branches that you can see on the left in the foreground, is another one of those same trees, and it was going to get struck by lightning like within a week or within 2 weeks. And we were going to have to get that one removed as well. Okay, that's enough of that, right? How long have we been doing this? Can you tell by